Hola, amigas y amigos. Welcome to the MíraLA Podcast. I'm your host, Arianna Lemus. This podcast is by women, for women, and anyone willing to listen to women. Enjoy the show. Isabel Grace is a woman-owned florist business. Aside from making beautiful bouquets for every occasion, she and her team plan events to help you celebrate all of your family celebrations and milestones. From baby showers, birthdays, graduations, and weddings, Isabel Grace is a proud sponsor of the MíraLA Podcast, providing all of our guests their favorite arrangement of flowers. In this episode, I interview Delmy Oro. She is a spiritual esthetician, healer, and Master Manifestor. She is dedicated to helping individuals on their healing journey. She is a first-generation Latina who's helped countless people overcome stagnancy and blockages to achieve their dreams. She is the founder of Oro Beauty and co-founder of Botanica Ache. She offers holistic aligning and outer beauty transformation. Please welcome Delmy Oro. Welcome back to the MíraLA Podcast. Today, I have the grand honor of interviewing my spiritual esthetician and healer, Delmy Oro.
Hi, sexy queen.
Hi, sexy queen.
So excited to be here with you today.
I know.
It's such an honor to me to be here with you.
Aww.
Being able to speak out and say a lot of things, it's going to be amazing today.
It really is going to be amazing, especially because we just were with each other the other day. We went to the river.
Oh, yeah.
We did a little spiritual ritual, and it was incredible because it really has allowed me to understand that I too can heal myself. But you are just further along in your spiritual journey, and that's what we're here to talk about today. So you grew up in East LA, and you came over to the Santa Clarita Valley.
Yes, I did.
What was your youth like growing up with immigrant parents, your first-generation Latina? Just talk to me about that life journey.
Well, it definitely was very interesting. Growing up, I had a very beautiful childhood. I was only daughter of my mother and my father. They gave me a lot of love. I had other siblings, but my siblings were always raised equally like me, but I was the only daughter. Mm-hmm. So it was very different to have my dad's love and attention. A lot of things changed though when my father's life took a twist, a very big change in his destiny. And that was actually very hard because I went from being a very happy kid to a lot of differences. And my mom had to become a single mother. It was hard because I always had parents at all my events. Then my mother started not being at my events. My brother had to be there at my events. Growing up, it was difficult to not have my mother around. So I started, and not having my father around definitely made a big impact in my life where I wasn't that happy girl that I was once. I started growing up fast. I started getting into things. Then I became a young mother at 15.
Yeah, you became a single mom at 15 years old. What was that whole life like? You're still experiencing it.
That was totally different. That was mind-blowing. That was different. I never expected to go through something like that in my life. And now with twins, because I got twins in the first time.
And the judgment that you probably got being a young 15-year-old girl, having two twin girls.
Everybody always said I was a little girl raising another little girl. So I made it my mission to make sure I was the best mom I could possibly be, because I wanted to show the world that age doesn't mean anything. When you're responsible, when you care, when you love, when you know unconditional love is just so different. And they got gifted to me to learn unconditional love because of everything that I was going through.
Well, I was going to ask you, so like making very angry teenager decisions, very impulsive, not thinking situations through, putting yourself in predicaments that are probably not to your higher self. Was having the twins that first spiritual awakening? Is that when it started for you, or was spirituality kind of always on, like, in the back of your mind?
I was born being a medium, knowing things, feeling things, being able to see things more than your normal person. The problem where it all happened was where my parents noticed it, that I started coming out at 3 years old out to the snow to play with my invisible friend. So they realized that, okay, something's going on and we need to see how we could fix it. If my parents would have believed that I was schizophrenic or seeing something or hearing something, and from that little started getting put on medicine or anything like that, it would have really hurt me in my spiritual guides. Because it's when you have gifts, it's not only you. It's you hear voices in you because you're very in tuned, you're very aligned. So it's always been with me. Did it intensify and become something more clear and more evident through the years as I got older? Yes, especially when I became Christian. That's when it really became evident to me that there was something I was hiding away from. There was something that I wasn't being real about. And when they told me that I could not pay attention to astrology, that it was bad for you, that tarot cards were, you're seeking the devil with those kinds of things. It was like, whoa, a little bit intense for me. Because at that point I wasn't aware of Yoruba, what I practice now. And I wasn't in tune that nature and spirituality have a lot to do. I love the ocean. And then that's when I realized why I love the ocean so much. Because the ocean brings change. The ocean brings stability. The ocean is the mother of the world. It brings peace to you. And I needed all those things.
Yeah, we've discussed in our time together, like an ocean ritual of bringing a watermelon to the ocean. I have yet to do it, but it's something that we've been discussing. So doing rituals like that, right? We went to the river and we did a ritual with oranges and sunflowers and honey. And these are all things that come from Mother Earth. It's literally you taking an offering to the ocean, to the river, to the forest, and setting an intention, right? And giving back to Mother Earth so she can provide you with experiences and opportunities of abundance. And is it really that simple, or is there more to it?
It's really that simple. To be spiritual, to be espiritual, to be espiritista, it's all very simple. To be in tune with your spiritualism, it's really that simple. For you, nature is for free. And it doesn't want you to pay it anything. It doesn't care about material things.
And how funny seeing somebody at the ocean or the river or the lake playing with their crystals and their offerings is bizarre. But yet going to a church, praying to Jesus Christ on the cross, that's not traumatic at all. And that doesn't bring shame or guilt. It's just like the hypocrisy of it all.
Yeah.
Right? How Judaism, Christianity, Muslim religions, very patriarchal, kind of male-based dominated religions have deemed to take away spirituality from human beings, right? I mean, that's what I've kind of come up with. What is your education when it comes to religion and spirituality? Because you said they can coexist.
Yes, totally. Religion and spirituality could coexist 1,000,000,000%. Why? Because spirituality has zero to do with church, with any practice, with anything. Spirituality is all about you. It's all about your higher power. It's all about your self. It's your inner God. It's your authenticity.
stop right there. Your inner God. That is really triggering for a lot of religious people, because to look at yourself or to claim yourself to be a god or a goddess is actually frowned upon in religion.
Yeah.
But why is that? Why are we taught to think of ourselves less than what we truly are, the truth of who we are, right? Like, we understand because we are spiritual. We understand because we love ourselves. We work on ourselves. We set intentions, and we make that practice a ritual practice. You are obviously way further along in your spiritual journey, which is why you've developed your gifts and your talents, and you were also born with them. Whereas I have always felt certain things about myself, and now I'm taking action because I do see myself to be someone who can help people, who can help women. And I'm now finally using my voice. I've built a great team of women behind me. Now I'm starting to really fully believe in myself. And what would the world be like if everyone believed in themselves?
That's being spiritual. That is exactly what being spiritual is. Because when you're spiritual, you're free. You love yourself. You don't care about the judgment. It doesn't matter if you grew up in a very Christian home, or if you were supposed to get married if you're a woman and you were supposed to get married to a man, and then down the line you decided you liked a female and you decided to get married. It doesn't matter what you decide to do with your life, with your things, as long as you're being real and you're being free with yourself. You're being in tune. Spirituality, and if everybody was spiritual, why would it benefit all these other organizations?
Right. It's a free society.
We're going to call them organizations. Why would we? Why would they benefit from us being so smart and being able to know our own answers and being able to heal our own selves and be able to, feel in happiness and not feel depressed, not feel anxiety, not feel anger, not feel insecurities, not have to be on medicine because you're hearing things, because that's another bad thing that a lot of people have to go through, is that automatically, because through the generations, this got washed down, put down, burn everything that has to do with spirituality. Don't teach them that that's the worst, and it's the worst thing in the world. But that's why today a lot of people suffer from hearing things, because that's actually, we all are born with the spiritual guide. We all are born with our system that guides us. We all have the gift of having intuition.
Especially women.
Yes. Intuition is the gift. And in my practice, intuition is echu, and it's the roads. It's a symmetrical road that goes up and down, an energy that goes up and down. And it is an energy that is referred to a man or a child. And intuition is something that always comes with everyone, and when you lack of it, it makes you do the wrong things.
So let's dive a little deeper into intuition, because I feel now in my life I am trusting myself more, in the sense where it's like, I don't know why I feel this way or why I think this. I can't explain it. Is that intuition?
Yeah, that's exactly what intuition is.
So
but you just know.
So but then you get caught up in your mind, and you get caught up in the reality of what other people are projecting onto you, of their reality. And then you get confused because you're like, I feel this and I think this way, and I don't have any proof, or I don't know why this person's not a good person, or I just I feel like uncomfortable. And then you go through it, or you listen to the people that are trying to sway you, and then you realize, I should have listened to myself.
Yeah.
And that, I think, for people is a hard truth to know, that you have power within you. You have signs. The universe talks to you in signs.
Oh, yeah.
So what are some examples to give people, our listeners, how does the universe talk to you?
It talks to me in a lot of different ways. So for me, I'm a person that's connected to numbers. It talks to me in numbers. It talks to me in post when I'm seeing something that has to do with the ocean. It talks to me when I am in front of people. I feel the energy that people are talking. So I speak a different language now that I'm so spiritual, and it's energy. If your energy doesn't match with mine, I love to surround myself with like-minded individuals. So if you're not spiritual, I totally understand it now, and I feel it. My intuition, every cell of me lets me know. If you don't like beauty and you're saying, oh yeah, I love beauty, like I will sense it. You will know. Your system will start telling you and aligning to you, because you're now connected to yourself and to your system. It will give you the answers.
Right.
You will feel it. You will be like, no. You will feel not good, not happy about what it is that you're doing, or you feel like maybe something bad was gonna happen, and you feel like, I'm just gonna leave, and you left few seconds, few minutes before a catastrophe happened.
Right.
But that's you listening and following your gut and following your system and yourself, believing in, start believing, not caring about, what are people going to think if I do this, or
And
if
I
I
think
say that.
to also like not be so general, people is like what your parents think, what your partner thinks, what your best friend
Yes,
thinks. Like
queen,
when we're
yes.
talking about don't care what people think, it's not just outside people, it's like people in your circle, because they're also projecting their own reality onto you. But once you understand that you are the creator of your own reality, whatever people say to you, it's like water on a window.
Yeah.
It just hits you and it falls. Don't allow that bad weather to come inside your home.
Yes,
your peace of mind. And that truly for me has been such a blessing to know that I get to dictate how I feel about myself today. I don't allow anybody's words. It's great to hear positive things, but whether it's positive or negative, it shouldn't affect how I validate myself, right?
Yes.
Everything is created twice, once in the mind and once in the material world. I'm a certified dream builder. I made it my mission to share the beautiful work that Mary Morrissey did with the Brave Thinking Institute. I believe in sharing that knowledge will heal our world one dream at a time.
The most important thing in this world is imagination. It's so important to be connected to your vision. That vision is key to get new results.
I'm going to be 77. What I got out of Saturday was an opportunity to identify who I am and what I need. And it was priceless. I still feel that there's lots to learn, lots to do.
Wow. Let's do it.
Yes.
I'm really excited about hearing about your dreams and seeing you transform.
Being an esthetician and a healer and a manifestor, I'm sure you have worked with countless people who have had all types of traumas and experiences. What has been the biggest takeaway from being a healer? Like, it's a lot of energy and you're dealing with all different kinds of people. Like, what has your experience been like as a healer, both positive and negative?
Okay, so we'll start with the negative. Negative is when we have people come to us to heal them that they're not necessarily spiritual. So they know that something's wrong with them, but they don't know what's wrong, but they know that either going to church or either going to do what they always do is not creating a change. So they come and seek us for convenience. That's the bad part, because if people would only realize that the monetary money that you spend on your spiritual things to get you aligned have zero to do with how much blessings you get when you align yourself spiritually, that would be, they wouldn't even think about it, you know, what they were doing. But that's the bad part is when, for me, it's been the worst, because I wish they could really know that this is such a value to their life. Yeah. This is not just a quick fix of you coming. Yeah, you will see it, because universe will be like, oh my gosh, my kid needs help. It reacts. Let me make it easier for them. But what is really amazing is for you to be spiritual all the time. Right. For you to do this and incorporate it just like your daily routine, just like how you take showers, just like how you eat, just how you do everything, be able to connect yourself on the daily and be spiritual. That is so amazing.
I think what spirituality has taught me too is to be more mindful, to be more intentional, because everything with intention. If you incorporate some kind of spiritual practice, even if it's just lighting a candle, right? Very simple. Lighting a white candle, because a white candle represents purity, right? Wearing white represents purity. Yeah.
Clarity.
It's the intention behind it. Everything with intention. I am going to drink this glass, this mug of water, and the water in this cup represents all the abundance that I'm going to bring into my life. Yeah. It's little things like that you just take a moment before you do something, before you take action, and say out loud or to yourself, right? So what are ways that you have gone, or how you've transcended to have higher gifts? Because you were born with them, but you didn't know how to use them.
No, not until 2012 did I really start tapping into my gifts. In 2015, I really became extreme with them, because I started traveling to Cuba, where the Afro-Cubano practices of Yoruba. So that is actually where I went full force. I got initiated. I started becoming deeper into all of Yoruba, connected with nature, the ocean, the river, the mountains, the wind, the thunder, all kinds of things that I did. So I really amplified all my energies and all my knowledge. But before then, of me knowing and me going to Cuba, I didn't know why I would always either go to, say, like the river and just play with the water. And why I would go out and see the sun and just like soak in the sun. And that's astral ray. That is divine masculine energy. So whenever you guys feel like you need to get in tune with your divine masculine, connect with the sun. You feel like you need to connect with the moon and become, align your divine feminine, connect with her. And this all helps out and is being spiritual. Like you said, lighting a candle brings lots of light and tranquility and clarity into your life, your persona, whatever it is that you're doing.
Or lighting a green candle, right?
Yes.
Or abundance. Like everything with intention. The foods that we eat, there's a certain color that's associated with it, or how it was made. Everything is connected. And I think that's truly what spirituality has taught me, is that we're all connected.
Yes.
And that we all have the ability to tap into a higher power. And whether that's through religion, you could be the most religious person, but you can't deny that you also have a power within you that is called spirituality.
Yes, Queen. And that's a power. That is your greatest power that you have, is being able to be spiritual and being aligned with yourself. Then you're happy. Then you're even happy with the partner you have, or if you don't have a partner, you're happy being in stillness and in singleness, or whatever it is, you're happy, you're excited to be you, and you understand that there's more that's going to come in due timing when you continue working on yourself, because spirituality is every day.
Right.
Every day when you wake up, you could meditate, you take a little moment and connect before you check that phone, before you do something busy, or you get your crystal and you put it on your pineal gland and you just soak in the energies. There's so many things we could do.
Mm-hmm. Even today, I had all my crew go outside and have stillness. They didn't take their phones.
Beautiful.
And I want to start incorporating more of that, especially in our production days, 12-hour days, you know, busy mornings, the rush hour of the mornings. Like I had all of them. I was like, great, you got here, put your stuff down, go outside.
Beautiful.
And
That's
come
magical.
back. Yeah. And come back as your higher self. You're the better version of yourself.
I love that.
Thank you.
I am very proud of you. You're going to have a lot of people on your team being able to feel more successful, more happy, because we don't do this enough. Mm-hmm. During the day, I personally believe that you would have so many people more happy if you could let your people ground on the dirt. 15 minutes, 5 minutes, please take off your shoes. Mm-hmm. Oh, 5 minutes, we're going to go out and connect with the sun. Mm-hmm. You know what? It's a windy day today. We're going to go and connect with the wind, breath of life. Mm-hmm. Just align. But people don't do these kinds of things because they don't know.
Yeah.
But if we would start making it so normal and natural to own our spirituality, to own our birthright, what we came with, more people would be feeling at blitz. They'd be feeling amazing.
Amazing,
just be like,
confident,
wow.
all the good vibes, right, that we want to feel. I love how, too, when we were talking about it, the sun kind of changed.
Yeah.
They brought more sunlight.
Yes. Look at this asteroid peeking through.
Yeah. This was such a beautiful conversation, and I think it was a good one to start because people who listen, specifically women, I think for too long, women don't know their power. So I think this was a really beautiful, great conversation. We're obviously going to have you back because you are one of my spiritual guides. And I'm so grateful that the universe brought us together and all the amazing workshops that we do together with your sound bath healing. You truly are a giver to this life. You are healing people. You've healed my life. And I'm so excited for you to connect with my crew and just all the other amazing people that you help. Continue to do what you do. I'm excited to see your journey and where your ancestors and your destiny are going to take you. So because you are the greatest manifestor, what can we expect from Delmy Oro, the spiritual healer and greatest manifestor? What can we expect from you in a few years' time?
Definitely, I'm coming out 2025 with the parent guide, because as a single mother and as a teen mom, all the adversities that I had to go through, for me, it would be very important. Everybody says, oh, well, when you have a kid, they don't come with a book. But I'm going to make a book. I'm going to make a book because it's very important to never forget about yourself, but to be there for that kid. So expect that. There is a skincare line that I am going to do. 2025, I'm also going to do a podcast where we're going to be doing real talk where you talk about things that you are embarrassed, that you don't want to talk about, that you don't want anybody to know. We're going to talk about the needy, dirtiest, realest things so that way you can release, let go of that, take it out of your system, and then heal from it. And then be able to be a happy be able to live your happiest self. Because if it's always hidden and in secret, how could you ever get over things when no one knows your pain, and there's so many people that go through the same things you go through. You're not alone. Right. But you're alone because you choose not to be able to talk to, because you don't have a community, or because you just don't know the right proper person. Yeah. So we're going to be able to talk about a lot of things that are just real. And I'm going to come out with my spiritual line of spiritual baths and oils that amplify your energy.
That's beautiful.
A lot of amazing things coming for the whole world to be able to auto heal themselves and feel good.
I love that for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping me on my journey. And I'm sure you've helped a lot of people with this episode.
Thank you. Blessings. I love you too, Queen. Thank you, Mamita. You're the best.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the MíraLA Podcast. If you are a woman and would like to be on the show, go to MíraLaPodcast.com. Follow us on socials at MíraLA Podcast. Use hashtag MíraLA Mondays. And if you want to support the show, subscribe, share with your amigos, and tune in for new episodes every Monday. Muchas gracias.